Hello everyone, I know it's not 1:30. I promise to do better for the rest of the week. I've had an extremely busy day. So let's just find out where everyone is all and get the show, as it were, on the road. Ah yes, lovely people everywhere. Everywhere there is lovely people. Okay. Let's see. Let's invite the young man there. Okay. That's a good one. Okay. Boom. There's just so many things to do here. Okay. All right. Hello. So everyone that was just in my 365, hello again. And hello Rosie. Hello Trina. Today, or this week, I am going to focus on something I haven't yet done as part of the Magnificent 7 coaching. I'm actually going to be on Think Right, which is number one if you're going top to bottom. Okay, thinking right is absolutely critical. And what I've decided to do this year with the Magnificent 7 is the first 7 weeks I am going to go through all 7 of the Magnificent 7 every 7 weeks, probably recycle or go through different themes. But I think one of the first things, which is why I did it last week, the first thing, if we can get eating right and start changing what we're doing, it actually starts changing the thinking and the thought processes. And then we can start thinking and changing on the thinking and the thought processes while we're actually getting the eating right bit right. Because I think changing your diet and changing what you eat and how you eat is easy because I tell you what to do and you do it. Whereas when it comes to thinking and changing your thought and all this kind, it's a lot harder, which is why people like Pickard exist in completely reminding us the whole time to change it. So if you're watching this and you have not yet joined my 365, please do. I'll put a link to it. Learn more about it because it's absolutely fantastic. Right, so hello, I'm Chris Pickard. I am broadcasting live from Brookman's Park, although it's now dark so it doesn't seem very live, and I've had a fantastically awesome day. Why? Because I plan. Now, you've all heard, and this is another reason why I'm doing this week, you've all heard of junk food. I mean, I'm assuming you have. So give me a thumbs up if you've heard of junk food. But have you heard the term junk thought? And here's my little diagram of what today's talk is all about. Have you heard of junk thought? And you possibly haven't thought of that. Now, this is a term, and I put quite a cryptic clue as to where I heard this in my notes. I either heard it from Joe Polish, who's a marketer. What was he originally? He was a carpet cleaner, and he ended up making a multi-million-pound business because he was so good at what he did. Or it was a guy called John Maxwell. Now, John Maxwell is a guy that I could listen to forever. He wrote a book called The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. And if you're running your own business, if you're in network marketing, something like that, then it's a really good book to read. It's a good book to read anyway, to be the leader in your own life. But John Maxwell is amazing, and he's done loads and loads of audio programs full of insight and amazing stuff, and I just love listening to him. And so he could have been the other person that I heard junk thought from. And so many of us are suffering from having too much junk thought. And this is one of the reasons why you are getting older as you get older. So my big question is, and this can help determine whether you're suffering from junk thinking or not, is what does living to 100 look like to you up here? When I say to you 100-year-old, or you're going to live to 100, what does it look like up here? What does you at 100 look like? Now, and just go with the first thing that comes into your mind, okay? Is it, oh my word, someone who's just completely shriveled and all over like this and hunched and their faculties are gone and they just look awful and they sound awful and they're on loads of drugs and they're in a wheelchair? Okay, if that's what you see yourself as 100, you are suffering from junk thought, but it's not your fault because that's what you've been programmed and led to believe that the aging process is all about. You've been led to believe that the aging process is a slowly declining, decaying process, and it's not like that, okay? Whereas, so basically, is that what you think of over the 100? Or are you like this? Are you a happy, smiley face? Do you see yourself as when you're 100 as being someone who's incredibly wise? Like a yoga master, I think. Yeah, Dolly. Yeah. Do you see yourself on a mountaintop being serene? I mean, if you're a man, have you got a wizened beard? Do you look like one of those Chinese mystics? Or if you're a lady, do you just see yourself as serene and grace and you're shining with that inner beauty that never disperses? Because it's nothing to do with your skin. It's to do with what's coming and radiating out from it. And because of that, you look tons younger than you are anyway. So what does 100, because if you want to age gracefully, if you want to age well, if you want to have health all of your life, not just some of your life, but all of your life, you actually have to have a healthy image of what aging is all about. You can't have in your head an age, oh, I don't want to get to 100 because I'll be all like crippled and decayed and falling apart and on loads of medication. No, you want to be believing, right, at the age of 100, I'm going to break the 100-meter record for fastest sprinter of a 100-year-old. And that's one of the things that's in my goal, because I know that there's no way that I'm ever going to be Usain Bolt in a running race yet. But when I'm 100, and he'll probably be 80, 85, will he have been looking after himself the same way that I am? Who knows? Maybe when I'm 100, I'm going to be able to beat Usain Bolt because he won't have looked after himself as much. But, you know, I'd like to think that he would. And Mo Farah, maybe I could beat Mo Farah in a 5k race when I'm 100. Who knows? But that's what I'm looking at. 100, I'm looking at being incredibly active. I'm looking at being a world leader. When I'm not world leader, but like a leader physically when I'm 100. Mentally, I'm going to be all there as well because I'm planning for it. I know what it takes, and I know that it's not about taking medication and drugs. And the unfortunate thing is about medicine and drugs at the moment. Okay, we're not talking. I hope it's in 50 years' time. There's going to be so much change in the way that medicine is practiced. It's going to happen in the next 10 years, I think. But the way medicine is currently practiced is basically you get to this level, you've got a disease, and drugs just sort of stop you from dying. And there are an ever-increasing number of 80 and 90 and 100-year-olds that wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the drugs that are just basically stopping them from dying. They're not making them live. So there's an ever-increasing number of truly miserable people because in nature they'd have died, which is a cruel thing to say, and I don't want to get into that, but this is what's going to be happening to most people, is they're going to be being kept alive. They're not going to be living. If you want to be living when you're 80, 90 or 100 or 150, can't remember what Dr. Bob's going for, 150 or 300, you've got to have a plan, and you've got to start planning now. Whether you're already 80 or whether you're 75 or whether you're 25. If you want to live to 100, if you want health all your life, you've got to start planning it now. So you've got to get rid of your junk thinking and your junk thought, and you've got to apply love to yourself. It's one of Dr. Bob's big ones, and a lot of what not enough people are doing. Not enough people are loving themselves enough. And the Z, there's a love heart with a Z in there, and the Z, which I've got backwards for you guys, I've realised. Okay. I'm going to put my super Z. There you go, Z. Z stands for zealously inspect. Because if you truly love yourself, you'll be zealously inspecting everything that's going in. Everything you're eating, everything you're drinking, everything you're thinking about. You're going to zealously inspect your own thinking and your thought patterns, and you're going to be thinking, why? What's going on? Is that true? What does it really mean? Why am I thinking like that? And you're going to be thinking, if I truly love myself, would I really be doing this to myself? Because if you truly love yourself, you're going to want to see you alive when you're 100. I mean, if you've got children, okay, don't you want to see them live a fantastic life? You don't want to see them get decrepit and old. If you've got parents, you want to see them live a fantastic life. You don't want to see them old and shriveled like this. And you don't want to see yourself go like that either. So you've got to start practicing healthy thinking and get rid of the junk thought. So, what else have I got lined up for you? Excuse me a moment. This week, okay, so after I finish this, I'm going to post a link to an interview with 300-year-olds that I haven't watched yet, that was on Dr. McCullough's website, and I'm assuming it's incredible because otherwise Dr. McCullough wouldn't have put it on there, but I was going to put up lots of different pictures of 80-year-old bodybuilders, 90-year-old bodybuilders, 100-year-old marathon runners and 100-meter sprinters, but then Dr. McCullough, this happens so many times. I decide I'm going to write a post about something or send an email, and that morning Dr. McCullough has already written something about it. It happened last week when I decided to do this. So this week, what I am going to cover is, in no particular order, the owl brain versus the wow brain. Philosophy to prosperity, to help you find your purpose. And then I'm going to psycho-cybernetics, one of my heroes, Maxwell Maltz. Being 10 foot tall and bulletproof. Who would like to be 10 foot tall and bulletproof? No, I would be. And going to go through a couple of things that I've already been through in the past, such as I am enough. And what was the other thing? I'm going to introduce you to some tools to help you find your purpose, which should actually help tie in with what Pete's doing this week. Okay, everyone, be fantastic, be amazing, be awesome. Happy New Year, Gemma. And I will see you all tomorrow at 1:30 perhaps. So if you have any particular health issues, then please give the clinic a call on 01707 662 704. Contact me if you want to get the emails and you want to get the updates at the end of the week, every week. Then go to my website, thepainreliefcentres.co.uk or bodyinbalanceuk.com. I'll put links, and sign up for the emails. And if you're after better thinking, join my 365. That's MI365. Do yourself a favour and join it. Okay. Hi, Matthew, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Live long and prosper.